Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildly Infuriating, where I will mildly infuriate you by talking about our sponsors before we get into the content of the video. So make sure you check out the like button, because now it's your only option. What's that? You dislike this video? Well, your cries for help will no longer be heard. There are no dislikes on this platform anymore. So check out the like button. And also, this Friday, which is Black Friday, there's a new quality content drop at qualitycontent.com. It's pretty swick. It's in a few days, but just, getting it so you're thinking about it. There will, of course, be joggers with zipper pockets as always, as well as yellow ones that'll be new. They don't have zippers, but they're different colorway and stuff. So qualitycontent.com, limited time, limited quantities. Let's start off with number 19. My McDonald's burger had a bug baked into the bun. You know what? Bugs are actually an excellent source of protein, and they're really underutilized here. And so they're just trying to work them in so you get used to it. And then eventually you'll be like, oh man, I love having a little bit of protein inside my otherwise really carb-heavy bun. It's really honestly perfect. And I bet that all of us have accidentally eaten a lot more bugs than we realize. It's probably part of our diet, honestly. I bet they've been worked into a lot of things that we haven't realized, and then we don't even mind. We don't even notice. Great protein. Get home after 10 days of working, and this a-hole is parked in front of my house, knocked on all my neighbors' doors, and it's no one they know. That's extremely frustrating. It's happened to me a handful of times, and I get disappointed every time because they're just out of range of my garage door. Because I'm like, oh, maybe it's time to leave. I'm just gonna open my garage door and so I can back. Oh, there's a car in front of it. Oh, I had no idea that it's always just out of range and it never actually hits the car. It just, my garage door swings out. So it's like, anyway. The only time that I've actually ever hit a car with my garage door is when it's been someone I know who's parked in front of my... It's never actually done any damage, but oh my god, I felt so bad. It's happened twice, I think. Yeah. I'm just... Why couldn't it be someone who wasn't supposed to be in front of my garage? God dang it. Why do I only get to feel bad when it's happened? Why? And it looks like, I guess we don't have the full picture, but it looks like a pretty empty open street. And they're just like, oh, I'll park in front of this driveway. Yeah, seems like the best place. Seen that one before, so we'll move on to my dad's phone. Left it to barge overnight, woke up and saw this. I've never left my phone to barge, but I assume you meant charge. What the frick? Your phone melted? How does that even happen? Why did it, what? You plug it into the bottom and the thing melted in the middle of it? Oh, I guess that's probably where the battery is. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like I've never actually seen this happen to an iPhone. It's always the galaxies, right, that have exploded in people's pockets and at their heads and stuff like that. Huh. I don't know, something must have gone really, really wrong. But yeah, wow, melted the whole thing. At least it didn't, catch your house on fire. That had to be real freaking hot to do that. Although it does look like it took a piece of the couch off, but now it's fused to the phone. That seems like it could have started a fire, dude. You got lucky, actually. Thought the clock on my microwave was glitching. It turns out there's a cockroach stuck in it. What? Oh no. How does it get in there? It wanted some nuclear apocalypse training. So it was like, what's the closest we can get in terms of harmful waves that I can try to survive? I know, the microwave. But how am I going to track how long I'm surviving in this environment unless I am getting exposed to the waves while also being able to look at the time? So that's why it went really... It had good intentions, just didn't realize it was probably going to get stuck. And then there's a bug, a house centipede, that somehow it got behind the frame of where my thermostat is mounted on the wall, and it got stuck and it just unalived there. I'm like, how did you do that? How did you get behind the thing? Then you tried to squeeze out and you ended your life. That's impressive. This is apparently a thing that insects like to do, is just get themselves stuck. Trying to meet people sucks. Got it. Just FYI, I'm not bringing you flowers or anything. I'm gonna be dressed as I normally am. You should do the same. Might be wearing shorts and a hoodie. Your hat will be on my head. I'm not paying for all your stuff. If we eat something, I will of course pay for it. Stupid rules. If you want to meet with someone, why would you express such discontent and being annoyed? Ugh, I guess meet with you. It kind of sucks. I'm not gonna put any effort into it, and I'm gonna tell you this beforehand, but I guess fine. I'll meet with you. I just want your expectations to be like the lowest they possibly can, because frick all of this, and I kind of hate you already, but I guess I'll do you the favor of meeting you. Yeah, seems like a great introduction. Yeah. I was served orange juice while in hospital, even though they have me down as allergic to citrus. Diet, regular diet, supplements, tube feeding, allergies, citrus. Have all of the citrus we can possibly find. We're trying to work you through this allergy through exposure to it, okay? If we load you up and inject oranges directly into your veins with your IV, then you will overcome your citrus allergy. We're a hospital, we know best. My roommate also smashed my TV. I already called the cops and I will post the video when they come. Is this mildly infuriating? If you're calling the cops, it sounds like you have a potentially dangerous situation on your hand, which doesn't really sound like it fits mildly infuriating so much as infuriating, also dangerous and scary, possibly. But yeah, I don't think we'll probably not be able to see the video because it sounds like something that we get a community guideline strike. But yep, hopefully you get out of that place. I am at a loss for words right now. Unclear, -1. 3 versus 5. Admittedly, this is probably the worst 5 I've ever seen in my life down here. So the only real question is, why do they choose this 5? Like, this 5 is at least kind of understandable. This is a T. I'm sorry, but you are probably the worst 5 I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me. What? This is so bad. I'm sorry. Why did they choose this one? There were so many better options. Did you mean a letter or did you mean a number, sir? Someone drilled a hole in my gas tank. They got away with roughly $12 worth of fuel. $12 worth of fuel, huh? That must have been a pretty empty gas tank with gas prices these days. Oh my God. Dude, we're over $5 at like every gas station that I've seen. Are we really getting to the stealing gas phase again? Because I know this was like a thing in either the 80s or early 90s where people were siphoning gas out of gas tanks, and that's why more and more manufacturers started implementing locking gas tanks. They weren't like locked in the past, I guess, before that. And are we really... Is this what's gonna start to happen? Because man, is that a headache if you got your gas tank filled into, and oh boy, potentially very dangerous too. Nice, real nice. The shelf in my shower is at an angle and nothing stays put in it. I love the action shot. That's great. Motion blur really adds to the character here. Yeah, it seems like they probably just, I don't know, messed up whatever's behind it, the wood framing or something. I'm just like, can't really be bothered to fix this one. Have fun with at least your bottles of soap will be better off than bars of soap. Have fun with your bars of soap on that one. It's kind of non-functional. What you need to do, just add like a rubber mat that has like, I don't know, texture on it or something, or like a lip at the bottom, and then maybe it'll be okay. You know? Five Guys in France uses these chips to prevent you from getting refills like in America. This is the chip shortage problem. Really? It's Five Guys stealing all of the chips? This is why all the car prices are jacked up, because you don't want people getting refills on your soda? This is unbelievable. How could you do this? How could you steal the chips, put them on your soda bottles and make it so people can't refill their sodas? Oh my God. There would be riots in the US if companies stopped didn't have the drink machines, or they had the drink machines out and available, but they made it so that there's DRM on the drinks and you can't refill it even though it's out in the open and available. Oh my God. Also, the unnecessary, complicated maintenance and stuff that must go into having to, sync up these chips with the machine so it only fills the cups with the chips, and the employees must be like, this is so stupid. It costs 1 cent for every fill. It's not that big of a deal. This makes me upset. After 9 hours of work, I come home to see my roommate had smashed my $250 monitor with my air duster. Ah, that's why we had another one say, my roommate also smashed my TV. Well, How do you know they did it with the air duster? Did they say, oh yeah, by the way, I threw your air duster at your monitor? Why did they go into specifics about it? Was it like maybe they did it accidentally and therefore they're trying to like elaborate super detailed so it doesn't look like they were being angry? Or maybe they're just like, yeah, I got really mad at Fortnite and I just threw the air duster at my monitor. I felt like doing that many times before, actually. I kind of empathize. They just went for it. I hope that they replaced the monitor because it's annoying, but also in the heat of the moment, you know, sometimes you just really want to yeet a monitor. It happens. The fact you have to pay at a hospital of all places. 2 places you should not have to pay for parking. The university you attend. The hospital, question mark, question mark, question mark. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I guess it depends, right? Because I'm sure a lot of universities try to encourage people to have bikes and stuff. So I don't know. But also if you're paying X tens of thousands of dollars per year for your tuition, maybe a parking spot could be included in that. It's just a thought. Could be kind of nice, but yeah, it's wishful thinking. Hospital, I mean, I guess, yeah, it depends. Like if it's visitor parking or something, I can understand why they would be charging. If you're, you know, going to the emergency room, maybe there is a set of emergency parking available. There might be. I don't know the full situation, but yeah, you know. All right, this is just like a lot of text to read and stuff and things. So we'll move on to why even ask? What is your desired salary? $50,000, sorry. Yeah. We don't allow desires above 35,000. Like, you can dream big, but just not very big. So, yeah, clearly your aspirations are a little too high, so we're gonna need you to tone it down. You're just not the right fit for us, all right? We don't like people who wanna shoot higher. Sorry. I mean, we're just at least getting it out of the way first. You know, better you find out now rather than later. YouTube will be disabling dislikes count to reduce targeted dislike attacks and their impact on creators, especially small creators. You no longer see a public dislike count on YouTube starting today. The dislike button is staying. Hey, I referenced this at the start of the video. It's interesting though, because even though they said that, I still see dislike counts on most of my accounts. This one I don't. Maybe it just hasn't been fully rolled out to everybody yet, or they meant it's kind of being beta tested, but I was like, I saw that and then I go to YouTube and I'm like, oh, I still see dislikes. Maybe I just have a specially approved account where I can peek under the hood. I have a YouTube admin account, everybody. Little known fact, shoot, I shouldn't have just leaked it. Maybe now I'm gonna lose the privileges, but I can I see under the hood. I see the truth. But yeah, I disagree with this one, quite frankly. Like, I don't think it's a massive deal, and I'm not gonna start an angry Twitter thread about it. But the main thing that I see it being an issue with is a lot of times what I use YouTube for is if I'm trying to figure out some kind of tutorial on something, I need to know how something works, look up a little Google search tutorial. And then oftentimes the like to dislike ratio is a real good indicator as to whether or not the tutorial is actually going to be informative. If I run into a tutorial that's like half likes and half dislikes, I'm like, okay, this probably either didn't solve the problem or it was just clickbait and I don't want to have anything to do with it. And when I see a good like to dislike ratio, I know it's actually something worth sitting through the 10 minutes to watch it. So it avoids wasting time. If I don't see the dislikes, I'm not gonna know, right? It's annoying. It is mildly infuriating is actually a perfect way to categorize it. So it just is what it is. I don't think it's coming back, but I understand that there are situations where people just mob onto somebody and it's just like, I'm gonna dislike bomb this, but I don't know. I feel like the positives of the dislike, which is negative, outweigh that because it's informative. It is an informative thing to see at first glance on a video. So that's my 2 cents. And the top for the last month, what the heck, $16. Now this is salty. Salt Bay London's restaurant with the $19,075 steak is hiring a chef for $16 an hour. I can't imagine paying $2,000 for a steak. It doesn't look good either, dude. I'm sure this came out like after the articles that were all over the place about some guy got surprised with like a $50,000 tab when he went to the London restaurant. Now they're like, here's the follow-up, the juicy follow-up details of them paying people $16 an hour when they're charging people $2,000 and their margins are crazy and what have you. But I was just hung up on like a steak that's like wrapped in gold foil. It does not look good. It's kind of, ugh. I'd much prefer to just, normal steak, cook it well, make it a good quality source of meat, but don't put a bunch of metal all over the outside of my steak. I don't want that. I definitely don't want to pay extra for it. You have to pay me for that, dude. Anyway, though, I guess it's not that surprising, to be honest. I'm just jaded about the world. So, yeah. Am I surprised? No. Disappointed? Sure. But just how things are and stuff. But you can get, I bet you can get a way better steak for a lot cheaper than a lot of other places because it's not gold. And that's it for the last month on Mildly Infuriating. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like the video because it's the only thing that you can do once again. And check out qualitycontent.com on Friday for the Black Friday Virtual Society drop. Gonna be swick. I'll see you next time.